a bad place. You know what they say, Idaho, if you can make it there, you're white. It's a bad place. So we have our sex education program in Idaho is abstinence only. That's pretty much it. If you're not familiar with abstinence only education, well, I'll give you an example. Our program was called Peak Peers Encouraging Abstinent Kids. They didn't even have the adults teach it. So our Peak program, I was in middle school, and what they would do is they take all the religious and or ugly kids from the high school and put them with us. And then they would be like, hey, you know what's so cool? Not fucking have a t-shirt. And that was our education. That was public school health education. It's so weird. I realized that a lot of people had different experiences, like those bananas that you put condoms on. Oh my God. We had the bananas, but then we just ate them because they're a nutritious snack. So I had a very limited and poor understanding of my body, of course. And I didn't know that I had a vagina. I wasn't sure what the hole count was. This is age 15, all right? No, this is age 14. Yeah, 15. That'd be embarrassing. At age 14, I did not know I had a vagina. But here's what's fun. I got my period at 11. Whoop. Yep. That's how much I love Jesus. To bleed for 3 whole years and just be like, no follow-ups. Blood of Christ, you take the wheel. That's how I dealt with it. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's like a male equivalent for men. Like, could you imagine not knowing you have a penis until you're 14? Like, would that solve all the world's problems, actually? Be like, what's going on here? I don't know. I'll treat people fairly, though. Just an idea. So I didn't know I had a pussy. And so this made wearing tampons quite impossible. I'd worn maxi pads, of course, because I'm a God-fearing woman. And but I knew someday, I'd be in the position of having to wear a tampon. Every woman gets tested, you know. And so I wanted to ask how to put one in, but no one really talked about sex in my family. So I asked my sister, she was 16, and I was like, hey, do you put them where the feelings come from? And my sister was like, all I will say is that I was surprised at how far back it was. That was my only clue. Do you know how fucked up? Not a good roadmap. Anyway, I'm going to fast forward this to my 19-year-old cousin's wedding. First wedding. We were all out to dinner. We were actually in Alaska, and my whole Alaskan religious family were seated at this big table. And that's when Jesus gave me my period. And it was time because I didn't bring any pads. The only thing that anyone had were tampons. And I don't know what it's like to be a boy who has to be sent off to war. But I think that like that was a pretty close experience, like just having the box tampons and like going into the bathroom, like, I don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to see my family again? I'm sure it's analogous. And I went in there and guys, I stabbed my taint until that tampon was rendered useless. Did you know that you can break a tampon? I broke 6. Yes, I broke 6 tampons against my 14-year-old body before I was like, oh, you know what? It's probably further back. Cut to the end of dinner. Everyone has finished eating. I have not left the stall. My mom comes in. She hears me weeping. And she's like, honey, are you okay? And she opens the door and I come out behind, like and the string is betwixt my cheek, just hanging out. I put it in my butt. I put the whole, in case, for those who just joined us, I put the whole tampon inside of my asshole, no lube. And then I showed my mom. Oh, guys, don't worry. This story gets so much longer. Okay, so my mom drives me home. She's like, okay, obviously I have failed you in some way. She didn't say that, but I hope that she feels that way now. And we engage in this mother-daughter ritual that a lot of people, you know, do. I think, you know, vaginal location services is where, like, I got like my leg up here on the counter and my mom is on the other side of the bathroom door trying to like politely describe how to finger yourself. And I couldn't find it. I couldn't do it. And I just went, Mom, I don't have one. I don't think I have one. And then my mom comes and she put a tampon up my pussy. Is that too much? Sorry, my mother put a tampon up my bloody pussy. What? You know what? I came out of her bloody pussy. She can't go into mine. That's not fair. Honestly, if you don't think that story was beautiful, you hate women. So what was I talking about? Abstinence only education. Does it work? Well, I did not wait for marriage to lose my virginity, but I did wait for someone special. My mom. Thank you, everyone. I know I can't hear your uproarious laughter. That story was 100% true and just as sad as you imagine. I'm from Idaho. It's like it's a weird place. I've been in New York for a long time. I like you, East Coasters. My best friend. She's on the show later. But she's like from New England, so she's like a cunt. Yeah, she's like, oh, what do you even do in Idaho? I'm like, there's a lot you can do. Obviously, you know, what, you go camping, float the river. And she was like, you can watch the what? Floating the river. Is anyone else poor? You know what it is. Okay, so it's where you sit on an inner tube and then you have beer all around you and then you float down a river. That's it. That's the whole thing. And I explained that to my friend and she goes, oh, like trash. I understand now. Yes, that's a 100% true story. New Englanders are terrible. Okay, guys, are we ready to get the show started? Should I bring up my first guest and then play a little game? Huh? Are we ready? Our first guest is Calvin Cato. He's so wonderful. He's booked all over town in this virtual fucking mess we have going on. So we're so lucky to have him, Calvin Cato.
Hello. Oh wait, this way I cannot tell what's going on anymore.
I have been like dodging racquetballs or whatever. I don't know.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a bomb. That's how I feel.
God bless you. All right. Well, darling, I will let you do your thing and enjoy, everyone.
Thank you. I have to apologize for this weird like reopen North Carolina handkerchief going on because I was not exactly ready and I had to just pull back the hair. It's been a mess. I'm like trying to figure out whether or not to cut my hair because it's getting like wild. Like it's getting like buckwheat, are you fighting for civil rights wild? And I'm not comfortable with it anymore. So this has to stay on until I can figure out what to do. And right now I've actually been watching a lot of like hair cutting videos. I was going to ask who in the audience has cut their own hair yet, but I realized I won't hear anything. So, just throw up some emojis somewhere. I don't know. Instagram Live, who knows? Throw them in the universe. Anyways, I've been watching like all these like videos about like cutting people's hair. And it's like, I realize like it's my ASMR now. Like I get really into like, ooh, that buzz. I love it. It makes my nipples hard. Like it feels so nice. I'm so jealous. But yeah, so anyway, I'm glad you cannot smell me through the screen. That would be very awkward because I did not shower. Sorry. I've been like in a state of almost gonna shower for like 4 days now. Like that's what happens. I live alone. I'm quarantined alone, and I'm just like, I could shower, but Netflix keeps asking if I'm watching, and I am. I am. You know, toilet paper is already on a shortage. Do I want a short soap too? No, I don't. No, I don't. So I decided I'm just gonna marinate. You know, I got a good like self rotisserie going on. Like I just wake up in my bed and I'm like, is it worth getting up today? Ain't no job. And then I just roll over and over. I literally rotisserie myself in my own Calvin sauce. That sounds very disgusting. Please don't sue me. Yeah, no, it's just been so weird being like alone, like because normally as comedians, I feel like we usually bounce off of other concepts and ideas. And I'm literally like reach a point where I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to talk about the difference between bedrooms and living rooms. Like that's the only thing going on at this point. Like I'm just kind of like, oh, you know, like how bedrooms be like, yo, where the TV at? It's like crazy. And then living rooms be like, yo, where the white pillows? You know, I don't know why living rooms and bedrooms sound like Chris Rock, but they do to me because again, got to make up all the voices in my own head. Yeah, it's just been like I don't know if anyone else is out here being quarantined alone. But it's you get quarantined alone, and then like it's so hard because the first conversation of the day ends up being so critical when you're quarantined alone. Because like you know like most of us like you know I'm still like trying to chat with friends, I'm still doing the whole like I'm doing Zoom calls and I'm doing like FaceTime, like I'm that popular. I'm FaceTiming and Zooming with the same 5 people. But it's like now it's like critical because that first conversation you have to like knock it the fuck out. Like the first conversation is like your open mic where you're like, listen, I'm just gonna throw some things at the wall. I had a dream yesterday. Can we talk about it? It's not gonna go anywhere. Great. Okay, awesome. We're gonna move forward from there. And then the second Zoom calls and I'm like, okay, let's actually talk about like real shit. Like, did you get your stimulus check yet? Did you? Did you? Did you? Also, how much of that went to bills? Because for mine, all of it did. Let's see what else. This is very awkward to do with like no things, but thank you, Duplex. If you can see right in this corner, right over here, Duplex icon. Love that. Yeah, I am quarantined alone. Humble brag, but it's just been like so much. Like I'm starting to talk to stuffed animals again. I feel like I'm slowly just regressing. Like I'm talking to stuffed animals. I'm watching all the Disney Plus. I'm making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day. Like it's a wild mess. Like I'm literally just like, I don't think I can drink anything harder than milk. I don't know if I'm allowed. Can I even cuss anymore? I can't cuss. It's just hard. It's so weird to be quarantined alone. Because like I'm still like trying to date. Like I'm using apps, and that's not really working out. Oh, am I done? I feel like I've just been rambling.
No, tell me about your dating apps. Because how the fuck would dating even work right now?
It doesn't. I did go on a virtual date though, which was this is the epitome of how lonely I am. I went on a virtual date. I got dressed up, not virtually. I didn't use an app. I used Facetune. I actually like, put on a real suit. Like, I know. I fucking did that shit. Went on a full-on date. It's so fun. And the best part is you don't have to worry about picking up the check. It's great. I'm just like, oh, we're going to split this mac and cheese that I made myself. Great. Thank you so much.
That's so amazing. You're like, you are a great cook.
He's like, wow, that's really colorful. I'm like, I know. My laptop screen is broken. So it looks much more yellow when you see it. Like, it's great.
Oh my God, living your best life.
Thank you.
Calvin, are you ready to play a game?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I have been watching a lot of television in this quarantine, and I'm getting really into theme songs. So what I'm going to do is play a theme song for you, and you guess what show it is from.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm all ears. There we go. I'm take this shit out. Veronica Mars.
Yes,
I fucking love that show.
Oh my God, yes.
Love it.
Thank you. Oh my God. And we looked so long to find like the exact perfect cut that was the show. Because I'm like, you can find the song with a full length song. Oh my God.
Nailed it. Who sings that song actually?
the Dandy Warhols. Like when
Ah,
I started to like try to be my own person and have my own taste in music, I would like them because they were fun and a little bit weird. So I thought that I was an interesting person.
yeah. No, you're still interesting in the Dandy Warhols. I mean,
I wasn't then. Trust.
listen, it's no Dashboard Confessional. That's the important thing. If you listen to Dashboard Confessional, fake. Dandy Warhols, yes.
Okay, I can agree on.
I mean.
Either way, you shop at Hollister. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, Calvin Cato. Please, he won
Thank
the
you.
challenge. I don't have money for him because I'm an unemployed bartender. But if you want to Venmo him, please do it.
Yeah. Oh, should I say my Venmo? I don't know.
Yes, yes.
So it's literally at, if you can see in the chat, it's at Calvin and just add a dash between Calvin and Cato. And that's it.
Done.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Calvin.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you for joining us, everybody. How are we doing? We still doing okay? Is the energy up? Do you have anything in my teeth? Just beauty. Okay. Do we like the unwashed 90s hair? I'm trying it out. Trying to do my little Friends season 1. Oh, should I do my Jennifer Aniston impression? I'll save it for later. Guys, let's bring up our next comedian. He is so fucking funny. You know him from his amazing pieces in Vice. Will Tillman, everybody!
Woo! Oh, holy shit. Okay, I'm up. There isn't like much of a wow, they really just kind of like throw you out there. Anyways, thank you, Saggety Ann. Thank you, Duplex. Thank you everybody for tuning in. You're too skinny, Megan Walsh. What? Okay.
Oh, that's
anyway.
Obviously meant for me, Will.
Well, I don't know, Megan Walsh. I could. Anyways, I only have 5 minutes. I can't get sidetracked with enough riffing. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming. I just moved 3 weeks ago, by the way, so this is kind of like my blank background. I haven't decorated or put up any like things on my walls or anything like that. But Calvin did have an American flag bandana, and I actually did have an American flag handy. Let's see what this looks like. Actually, I got this American flag because I used it for a performance art piece in college. I'm not like super down with the troops or anything like that. So I thought it could be, no, it looks like too like alt-right YouTube. Anyways, this is actually weird for me because this is my first stream comedy show that I've ever done, ever. And I haven't really done stand-up in like a month and a half. And if you've done stand-up before, you know that like if you don't do it like once every week, it feels like you're starting all over again. So to me, it feels like I'm just using my stage voice talking to my laptop. So it doesn't feel like I'm doing stand-up comedy as much as I am doing like a multi-level marketing scheme or something like that. So if I start bombing really bad, I'm just going to pivot and start selling you beauty products. Okay, great. Anyways, who's out there is playing Animal Crossing? Anybody in the comments? Okay, you know, I'm just going to pretend like we don't have crowd work. I'm just going to work with what I have. But yeah, you know, Animal Crossing, it's a video game. I've been playing it a lot. I'm not usually a video game person, but it's like my quarantine hobby. I feel like it's better than, you know, being one of the people that post pictures of the bread loaves that they make on Instagram. So anyways, I started playing it and it's been like basically what a lot of people have been talking about recently. And it's fun, but like I don't like it because the premise is that you move to an island and you get a house and then you have to work on the island to pay off your house. It's like I don't really see the appeal of having a video game where the point is that you're in debt. Like that feels very too close to home. I'm already doing that a lot in my real life. And then someone was telling me is that, well, after you pay off your house and then you get other houses and then people move into them. It's like, I don't see why I want to play a video game where the next level is that I become a landlord. That's not what I'm about. Like, is the expansion pack is like me breaking up a tennis association. Anyways, yeah, so it's fun. You know, you get to like decorate your island. Me and my girlfriend have spent a lot of hours. We have a garden in the middle of our island and it says cuck and roses. So I can drop my Switch code into the chat. So yeah, that's what I've been doing during quarantine. I've been washing my hands too. I've been working from home remotely, which is cool because I'm discovering new ways at which I can be bad at my job, which means that I have never been paid on the clock while also being naked. And in fact, a couple of weeks ago, we actually had a big, scary conference call saying that like our budget was cut. And I was in that conference call while I was taking a shit. I was like, this feels super appropriate, but nobody knows but me. And I guess you guys now. Yeah, so I'm a video editor, which is just as boring as it sounds. It's something that I've been doing for a while. It's my first job when I moved to New York. And my first job on a big project was that I was a junior editor on a TV special about a nudist colony. And my job for that piece was that I had to blur, you know, when you like have private parts that are blurred on TV, I had to blur all the boobs, bush, balls, butt for that TV special. And it was 45 minutes long and it took me 3 weeks to do. So for 3 weeks, I had my face pushed up against my computer screen, like listening to NPR, tracing out someone's asshole with my mouse. And I was like, I went to college. What the fuck am I doing right now? So anyways, my boss one day called me into his office, my boss on that project. And he's like, Will, dude, we got to talk about your boob job. And I was like, I mean, yeah, it's not that great, but I'm more of an ass and thigh guy. So, you know, it was kind of a Hail Mary for me anyways. He's like, what? No, I mean the blurs on your boobs for the movie. I was like, okay, what? And he was like, why are you putting an individual blur around each nipple? And I was like, so? And he's like, so it's taking twice as long. And I was like, well, excuse me for being committed to my craft, okay? I went to Japanese called a shokunin. I am a shokunin of blurring genitals. And another thing he said is also for dicks, why are you putting a space in between the blurs of the balls and the dick? And I was like, so we're stigmatizing the scrotum now? Anyways, so for that project, I had to send it over to lawyers at a TV network, and they had to watch it and see if it was PC enough and censored enough to be put on television. So I sent the movie over and I got the note back, and I will never forget this. And one of the lawyers said, the blurs on the taints need to be more scrupulous. And that was amazing to me for two reasons. First of all, is that I think that's the first time that the word taint and scrupulous have ever been featured in the same sentence. But also, I cannot believe that it was some lawyer's job to watch out my blurs. And he had his face pushed up against his computer screen. He's like, I went to law school. What the fuck am I doing right now? To close us out, does anybody else walk up to a toilet that they're about to shit in that has an out of order sign? And then you lean down and whisper to it, you're lucky this time. I'm coming back for you. I didn't time myself, but that felt like 5 minutes. Are you okay?
Yes, I think that was perfect. Oh my God. Oh, I love ending with a nice toilet threat.
Was that on time? I had no idea.
I think you are. Yeah. I'm drunk.
Woo. Not that the light matters anyways. Who gives a shit? We're not like, you know, like from the back around anymore.
Oh yeah. What am I gonna be like? 1 minute left?
I know you just boot me off the screen.
Like a comedian who exists? No way. But we still have a game to play. Will, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. It is a TV show theme song, and you must guess what it is, and everyone can play at home. Hit it.
I have a guess, but I think it's wrong.
Huh?
I have a guess, but I think it's wrong.
Tell me.
Is it Baywatch?
Magnum PI.
Oh, fuck. All right. Damn it. That was before my time.
Peachy, and it was sexist, so don't worry.
Okay, well, I guess you can't win them all.
You can't win them all, and even if
God damn it, Calvin Cato said he knew Magnum PI. Okay, Calvin, we get it. You're good with theme songs. Fine.
Oh, I was honestly like, unless, yeah. Wow. He's good. But you know what? That's all right. Magnum PI. My father loved that show, so that should tell you all you need to know.
Well, I guess I got to brush up on Magnum PI during quarantine. We only have 8 months of it left, so I better start now.
Look, I don't agree with his politics, but Tom Selleck can get it. Okay.
Tom Selleck's a good looking dude.
He looks like my dad. All right, let's stop. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Stallion. Mwah.
Yes, and be sure to plug your Venmo. We'll type it. We'll type it out.
Oh, plugging it now.
Venmo. You got, guys, this is going off without a hitch. Thank you for staying with us. I do believe we have a very special guest next. One of my very best friends. You may have seen her from a semi-viral video that she made that went semi-viral. Everyone, Kimberly Denaro, everyone.
Semi-viral? Are you, what qualifies as semi-viral? What is the amount of likes that qualifies semi-viral versus viral?
I'm sorry, this is counting against your time, Kim.
Excuse me, I would like to know. Huh?
Everyone, my best friend Kim and the cunt from my opening set. Kim, take it away.
So upsetting. All right, you guys, I'm gonna do some semi-viral musical comedy for you because I'm a semi-viral bitch. Here is a song about my upstairs musical theater neighbors who are the absolute worst, and I have to play it quietly because I don't want them to hear because I'm respectful. Okay. Oh shit. My keyboard. Sorry. Sally Ann, can you distract the crew for a second while I work on tech?
Okay, I just put my tits away though, so I don't know what else you really want.
Okay, I got it. Sorry.
Oh, great. I'll just have to show you my tits later, everyone. I'm sure this song will be better though.
Tell them how when you answer my FaceTimes, you put your nipples in it. Okay, bye. All right, so this is a song for my neighbors. Ready? Hey, it's me, your downstairs neighbor. When you sing your opera warm-ups, it sounds like you're in labor. If corona could spread through sound, you could kill the whole building, guys. I can hear everything you say, sing, scream, or sanitize. I tried putting a note on the door saying, respect your neighbors, please. But then you spoiled Long Island brats, had a karaoke screeching dance competition, and now I'm on my knees begging you, please. Shut the fuck up, or I'll hire Idina Menzel on Cameo to tell you to give up on your dreams. I will kill the dream you screamed. Any Les Mis fans? Okay. So this next one is about the Bible. And I don't know about you guys, but I had one of those families that they weren't very religious, but then they had kids and they were like, I don't know, should we put them in a church? And they weren't very into it. We weren't very into it. I fainted at my confirmation. My mom was like, oh, she must be overcome with the Holy Spirit. And I was like, I think it's probably teen anorexia, but sounds good. So this is a song about my understanding of the first book of the Bible, which is Genesis. So here we go. So here we have Eve in the Garden of Eden. She and Adam are getting ready for some breeding. He's a little confused that she came from his ribs, but then he saw that ass and he called dibs. And he said, Eve, you make my heart kind of quake. That is before you fell victim to that evil goddamn snake. He says, Eve, you are the most beautiful girl. I look at you and you complete my world. Aw. Eve smiles for a while until it finally dawns that the only reason why good old Adam fawns is beginner's luck, fuck, purely purity. And here comes the birth of women's insecurity. No. And she says, Adam, but I'm the only girl in the world. I'm all to see, so what is beauty? She says, Adam, and he just sort of shrugs and sighs as she begins to hate her face and thighs. So Adam and Eve raised Abel and Cain, and Eve grew unstable and low-key insane, because for the multiplication of the human population, the babies which so sweetly had suckled her chest would now have to engage in some real spicy incest, right? That's how It works? Okay. So Adam said, Eve, you were the most beautiful girl. When I look at you and you make my dick curl. Sorry. Eve, have you seen our teen granddaughter? It seems to me that she might be way hotter. Yikes. So female competition was kicked into ignition as Eve set out on a vanity mission. Well, Adam just aged like a silver fucking fox. She plucked gray pubes from her slowly drying box. Eve, no, sad, fight the patriarchy. Her daughters and granddaughters won daddy's love as the unborn Freud watched it all from above. As this whole skewed dynamic set a gender disparity curse, and Adam just wrote a teen threesome Bible verse. And Eve said, Adam, aren't you bored with these young hotties? Yes, they have tight bodies, but is she really an old soul? Come on. Adam, you can't relate to her, you see. She can't reference anything before 2502 BC. At 40 years old, Adam died of a heart attack, yak, 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 yak. And Eve lived to 90, eating pussy with her lady pack. Okay, Genesis is iffy on the details of this part, but that is a room where I would really like to star. Eve was lesbian, passed around everyone. So for centuries, women starved and preemptively Botoxed, cried through yoga and cayenne pepper lemon detox, compared their butts to Kardashian ratios, perfected the technique of drunken fellatios. But Eve, if you only knew what happened next, we've come so far since your ancient text. Eve, look up the recent Pornhub stats. It's not cute teens doing it post-prom. Nope, MILFs are number one. Turns out we all just want to bang the original mom. You won, Eve, you won. Still, I'll tell my future daughter as she lies in her crib, before language, medicine, or women's lib, your only competition, despite my suspicion, was a rib. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sally Ann and the Duplex.
Wow. Give it up for Kim, everybody.
Semi-viral. So
yeah, you see what I mean now.
So hurtful.
No, Kim. I love your songs. And we are both great lovers of the television. We don't share the same taste in TV. So I wanted to pick out one that I'm like 50. For me, it's like 50-50. You'll know it or you won't.
Okay. It's going to be something really stupid, right? Because you like stupid.
What are you fucking, you trying to guess before you even fucking hear it? Shut the fuck up.
I will not.
Okay. Shut. Play.
Are you serious? Are you fucking
Kim, what's your guess?
You are the fucking worst and I fucking hate you. You're so disgusting and you have no class. You are so childish.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right. That was Kim Gennaro. I've never seen that lady before in my life. Okay. Moving on with the show. I'm so excited for our next guest. He's one of my favorite comedians and pretty easy on the eyes. They're very squishy. Guys, David Spector, everyone. My friend, David Spector.
Good to be
Hi,
here.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I think I was muted by the host. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
Muted by the host. Been there.
How are you? I have a guest for the last theme song. That was Grey's Anatomy, right?
I've never seen it. I'm not quite the stereotype everyone thinks I am.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
There's more to me than meets the eye. I watch sex shows in German. All right, David Spector, everybody.
Hello. Hi, I'm here in the suit that I've worn every day since quarantine began. And just trying to retain a sense of normalcy. I've also, to keep things normal, I've made my girlfriend wear makeup every day. So I'm a bit of, I'm just keeping us above board. I'm a real hero. Been watching a lot of Jeopardy during quarantine. I think bunch of people are. Jeopardy, that show, we all know the format, right? They give you the answer. You have to give the question. The problem is the answers they give you are so hyper specific. It would be a much harder show if they just asked you the question, you know? Like, what is Mexico? The country south of the United States? Nope. Sorry. We were looking for the birthplace of Mitt Romney's dad. That's how we think about Mexico. My dad is in his 60s. I feel like when women hit that age, they go through menopause, but when men hit that age, they go through a lot of World War II documentaries. I think I know why. I think my dad watches a lot of World War II docs for the same reason I watch a lot of Grateful Dead concert films. We're both really interested in the thing that fucked up our dads. Now, another show I've been watching is Queer Eye. Love Queer Eye. I am a prime contender. That's how much I love that show. Queer Eye, such a good show. It's inspiring, right? That's what makes it so good. Queer Eye is so inspiring. Queer Eye proves the only thing standing between you and positive self-image is thousands and thousands of dollars in lifestyle improvements, you know? They have unlimited resources, but they keep acting like being gay is their superpower. Oh man, who would have thought the only thing between me and my dream girl was a new house? I'm too straight to have thought of something like furniture. You know, every episode, they just play up their sexuality, never mention how much money they spend, you know. Every episode is like, Jeff has had trouble making friends in a new city. So we paid off his student loan. So like a bunch of queens. I think we could all agree, though, they do a much better job than 5 Straight Guys could on that show. If it were 5 Straight Guys, the show would be a disaster, you know? Every episode would be like, Greg has been depressed since his dog died. So we bought him a prostitute. I've been watching the news a lot lately. This is the news. We're all in our apartments. There's no, the fuck is the kind of transition is that? This is the news. There's nothing. We're in the Ken Burns documentary. I'm off on a little bit of a tangent. So the Joe Biden's running for president. He's old as shit and he sucks. That's not my opinion. That's his campaign slogan, actually. Hi, I'm Joe Biden. I'm old as shit and I suck. That works for him somehow. Oh man, I was a big Bernie guy. Loved Bernie. Here's why I love Bernie so much. I think so like you got like Michael Bloomberg running for president, you know, Donald Trump, the Clintons, the Bushes, they're all billionaires, you know, but like, and they want a government job. They're billionaires. And they want a government job. That never sat right with me. Bernie, when you look at him, when you look at Bernie, he looks like the only person to run for president because he genuinely needs the money. And that's, you know, he's like, it's either commander in chief or I'm selling my bone marrow, but I have to do something. You know, now that he's not going to be president, I don't know if he's going to have a place to stay this November, you know, and other politicians had these like $1 million fundraisers. Bernie was always hitting me up for $27. You know, like he just overdrafted his debit card or something. I really thought like one day I was just going to get a phone call from Bernie Sanders. That's like, if I send you $100 on Venmo on my credit card, could you send it right back to me so I can take it out in cash? Speaking of Venmo, it's right there. And if you give enough, I'll show penis. Tasteful nudes. That is my promise to you. I had it's rough times, guys. Rough times. Nah, it's all good. I've actually been enjoying staying in, having a lot of time to myself, to think, to focus on my interests, thinking a lot. I mean, speaking of prostitution before that other bit. You know, prostitution. You ever hear the expression prostitution is the world's oldest profession? If that's true, then that means there must have been a time where it was the world's only profession. Could you imagine that? An entire town, no doctors, no bakers, everybody's having sex for money to buy more sex. Some kid wants to be the world's first architect. His dad's like, hey, when are you going to get real and start giving hand jobs? Oh man, I think think we're too tough on dogs as a species. Personally, dogs are the only animals that are held responsible for their actions. You know, like if a dog attacks someone and bites them, we put it down. But there's an orca at SeaWorld that murdered 3 people. Nothing. Whales are like the Kennedys of the sea. Oh man, this whale attacked me. Yeah? Well, it's got powerful friends, buddy. Welcome to Camelot. I feel like I should mention my name down here is Liberate Michigan. That is, I just like my comedy to have a message, like a powerful, important political thing, so that we could all get together. And okay, 2 things on the protesters. One, all these I want to go outside protesters, they don't look like they took much advantage of the privilege when they had it. One, don't really look like outside people. 2, how'd they notice Michigan was closed? What the fuck's in Michigan? Nothing. That's what I'm that's the real thing. But also Liberate Michigan, please reopen it. We got to end this quarantine. I don't know how much longer I can go without publicly mourning the death of a Hasidic rabbi. It's too long to refrain from doing that kind of thing. I haven't been timing myself, so if I've hit 5 minutes,
You know what? I actually always end somebody at mourning a rabbi, so that's. Oh my God, David, you are so fucking funny, and your hair is truly a vision.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm going for like 60s radical guy.
Okay, well, yeah. And so you're wearing the suit, ironically.
Oh yeah, definitely. This shows just how radical I am.
Oh wow. Well, you have my pussy. All right, David, are you ready to play the game?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay. So for everyone who just joined, all 5 of you, it is a TV show theme that I play, and that you will guess if you know it. Play. If you believe we got a picture perfect plan, we got you fooled, 'cause we only do the best we can.
Oh, fuck. Oh, this sounds really familiar.
I know.
Oh God. Oh fuck. Is it? It's like a WB thing. I bet it's. Fuck. I don't know it. I'm gonna say Paw Patrol. I'm gonna go out on
Lizzie McGuire.
Oh fuck! It's Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, you done.
Oh God.
Stupid little bitch. How embarrassing for you, David. If you gave him money, please take it back.
Not if you want penis. If you want penis, give and give and give, and you will get back.
Yes. Yes, and it will be tasteful, unlike the rest of him. Everybody. David Spector, one of my absolute favorites. Thank you so much for coming on.
Love you, Sally-Ann. Love you.
All right, get him out of here. I do believe we have another guest. I'm very excited for this person, this young woman, to join us. She actually helped me procure my dog that I now own, because I believe, as a person, I have the right to own and dominate things. Bobby Elfie, everybody.
Hi.
Can I
This
hear
is my
I can't hear you,
child.
Boo-Boo.
It's so hard working with children when we're quarantined.
No sound. Can you?
Oh no.
Yeah, turn on the sound. Can I? Hello?
Is it working now?
I can't hear you. I don't know if you are. You look gorgeous. Turn on
Thank
audio.
you. Can you hear me?
Now you're on mute. So,
Can you hear me?
Jerry, help.
Oh my God. Can you hear me or no? Nothing?
God damn it, Jerry. Help us. We're just 2 girls and we don't know what to do.
It's saying it's on. Hold on. I'm doing it from my iPad. Oh, technology.
Fine. In the meanwhile, I'll regale you with a song. You can hear her? I can't hear her.
Who can hear me? Hold on.
then I will just fuck off.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna do
Bobby
it.
Elsie,
This is-
everyone.
Can you guys even hear me? Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Wait. Can you hear me? What? Is this better? Oh my. Okay. Are we on? Hold on. Sally Ann, can you tell me if this. Okay. Can you guys.
Yes,
Hear
yes,
me?
I can hear you now.
Is
Oh
this
my gosh,
working?
I'm so sorry. Yes.
Is this on? Oh my fucking God, technology. All right, I'm on my iPad. I don't want anyone to be jealous, but I have two things. My fucking iPad spelled my name wrong. All right. Okay, we have 5 minutes. I want to get to a lot. Did my 5 minutes start? Woman.
Yes, bitch. Yes.
Sorry. Okay, where do I want to start? Now that technology's working, I'm drinking as you can I'm tell that drinking was happening, though this was not my fault. My mic was on. I made a tequila hibiscus tea spicy margarita. Sally Ann, I thought your joke about your mom was hilarious, that you came out of her pussy and then she helped you with your bloody pussy. I remember I asked my mom if I could use a tampon because all the white girls I knew were using them in my middle school on Long Island, and my mom said no, only slutty Americans use tampons. So now I use a Diva cup. This was in my vagina, you guys, like a few days ago. I've had it for a year. It's looking good, right? So I don't know how my mom feels about that, but she's given up on me. Oh, this was supposed to be like, oh, I'm cool on top, but like legitimately in pajamas. I want to say this. I think privileges should be taken away from certain white women. Like if you go to Marshall's or Michael's and you're trying to buy arts and crafts, you should get asked why. Because these bitches are trying to get haircuts and I'm not about it at all. Also, things are closed. Like all stores are closed, so they planned it. Like they planned having poster board and all that shit to be like, we need haircuts. I gave myself a haircut, you guys. Like I did this myself. I did my bangs and it's very uneven. This side is way shorter than this side. It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing matters. No one matters. Nothing matters. So I just feel like white women should have certain privileges taken away because this is what they're doing with it. I was just watching Mrs. America a week ago, and it's about the second wave feminist movement. And it was great because women were actually, standing up for rights of other women and themselves and a thing. And now they fucking want haircuts. These pansies. I don't know. There's like things happening in the world and people are like, we need haircuts. Shut the fuck up. What else? I expected at least one ex-boyfriend to text me by now and be like, I'm so sorry. I'm in love with you. I fucked up. None of them have done that. A guy I went on one Tinder date, however, texted me and was like, I'm here if you need a friend. I'm like, no, thanks. I'm good. What is that? No, I'm fine. And then another guy I was supposed to go on a date with that never happened because of all of this was like, we should check in with each other. And I'm like, what? No, I'm not about this virtual dating. I want dick in real time. That's how I want to date. I'm sorry, I'm just old fashioned. I just want to see it and touch it and hold it. I'm not gonna virtual date you. That's not cute to me. Like, I don't get how people think things happen. Like, I went to Home Depot because I'm working on some home projects, and I spent 3.5 hours there, and I did not meet the love of my life. So everyone's wrong. Rom-coms don't work. Stop, Shazzy. I have a child. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is so unprofessional, but my child wants me to throw his thing. What else is happening? Men are coming up with new pickup lines. I've been walking with my dog, Shazbot, and this is what guys are doing now. They're like, where's his mask? And I'm like, I forgot it at home. And they're like, well, I got one for him. Every single guy, you guys, every single man within the 2-block radius I have been on has had the same line. It's almost as if they've all discussed it. They were like, oh, dog, you have a dog. Also, I'm wearing a mask, so they're hitting on luck. They're just hitting on the fact that I might be something they want to hit on. Is that how it works? It feels great, though. I like the interaction. Stop. I like any interaction. I'm Airbnb-ing a room in my apartment, and this happened within this week. A woman was staying here. She is working in healthcare, and she was supposed to stay for a month and a half. So this week she was like, I contacted Airbnb. The music is too loud, so I'm going to go. And I'm like, what music? Because the music has not been too loud. So I'm just like, okay. And then I got another contact from Airbnb, and they were like, your guest informed us that marijuana is being smoked in your apartment, and they're no longer comfortable, and they'd like to leave immediately. So I'm like, what the fuck? My roommate doesn't smoke. I don't smoke. So I confronted her, and I was like, Karen, no one smokes here. Why would you write Airbnb and say that if nobody smokes here and you didn't even ask me? And she's like, well, first off, they told me they were going to tell you anything. And I'm like, well, they did. And so we had a whole discussion about it where she was like, I've never seen marijuana, but I've smelt it. And I heard your roommate say that he was going to go smoke weed. And I'm like, I don't think you heard that. And how have you never seen marijuana? That doesn't make any sense to me. She's from Georgia and apparently travels a lot. And then she was set to leave today. And so this morning she leaves, and I tried having a human interaction with her and before she left, and I was like, you should tell people face to face if you have an issue before going to a business. And she's like, I get you're trying to run a business. I was like, no, this is my house. I'm compensating rent, dude. And I'm like super chill. So she comes back this morning after leaving and goes, my car got towed. And I was like, where was it parked? And apparently it was parked where the trucks park. And she completely shuts down, you guys. She was like, I can't believe this. I've traveled to all 5 states in this country. This has been the worst experience I've ever had. So I was like, you need to calm down. We need to call 311. So she calls 311. I was like, do you know your license plate? She does not know her license plate. And I'm like, how do you not know your license plate? Like, I have my shit memorized at all times. And she's like, I never need it. I was like, sounds like privilege, Karen. And she's like, well, have you been towed? I'm like, yes. And so I call 311 as she's calling 311, and she keeps hanging up. And I'm not kidding, you guys. She's like, they keep speaking in a language I don't understand. I'm like, what's happening? So I call and everything is in English. And then they're like, if this is not an emergency, hang up, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, we're now going to say the same thing in Spanish. So I'm like, oh my God. that's the language she can't understand, so she keeps hanging up. So finally I get someone, I'm like, hey, I have a guest, they're in healthcare, blah blah blah, they lost their car, it got towed. So she's like, do you know where the car got towed? I'm like, yeah. So I take her to Brooklyn Navy Yard because that's where, dreams go to die. And the whole car ride there, she's like, I don't know how you guys live here. This has been the most awful experience. She's like, nothing's open. I can't get food anywhere. I can't go anywhere. And I'm like, I just feel like you don't realize what's happening right now, Karen. And then she gets on the phone and she's like, this has been the worst experience of my life as me, her Airbnb host that she shit talked is driving her to get her towed car for free. And I'm like, oh, that's me. I'm the worst experience you've had in your life. And then she's just saying how like people here have been mean. I'm like, Karen, we're shut down right now. Like, you're not experiencing New York. And she's like, this is a lot. Like, how do you find parking? And like, she's like completely having a mental breakdown. And then she's like, I'm going to terminate my hospital work. I'm leaving and I'm going back to Georgia tonight. So not only is she not staying at another Airbnb, she is just done. And she's like, I don't know how you live here. And I'm like, I grew up here. So I had the most wonderful experience of quarantine, you guys. I got Karen'd by a Karen.
Oh my God. Yes, you did. That is the most Karen shit I've ever heard.
I got so Karen. I'm sorry if I went over, but I had to talk about Karen. I got Karen by a Karen.
Wait, is her name literally Karen though?
It is Karen. It is Karen. Her name is Karen. And I got Karen by a Karen.
Oh my God.
It is the most wonderful quarantine experience ever.
Oh my gosh. Well, God, please, I hope my haircut doesn't trigger you.
No, I love it.
Because it's very Karen.
Nice.
Okay.
You look like...
Thank you. I did my makeup. No one gives a shit. All right.
I love it.
And your hair looks glorious. And oh my God, fuck Karen. And honestly, fuck Airbnb. This is my dog, Arthur.
It never happened to me. Hi, little one. I'm your aunt.
That's Aunt Bobby. Aunt Bobby, are
I
you ready to play a game?
Home.
You ready to play a game?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. We are going to play a theme of a TV show, and you must guess which it is. Play.
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels? It was The Munsters.
Yeah, I should have known that. I used to watch The Munsters. I got excited for no reason, but I
Well,
like my
you
conviction.
got excited for the wrong reason, as it turns out.
I love you so much.
I fucking love you so much. And oh my God, Karen can rot in hell. You know what? If it isn't a slur, let's officially make it one.
It was truly a pleasure to be Karen by a Karen during quarantine.
You should write a Dr. Seuss book about it. How Karen can this Karen get during quarantine?
How to Karen by a Karen.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love you, Bobby. Thank you so much.
I love you.
My guys, this was Saggety, and I just want to thank you so much for joining in. And I want to remind you that I am a bartender at the Duplex currently. Not in business at the moment because of the pandemic, of course. So please give to our staff our GoFundMe. We have it. You can donate. We really, really appreciate that. And tune in every Friday at 9. Bianches. This is Saggety and Friends. Bye.